So in that regard, I designed a prediction method to predict the human body based on the passport photo and three close-ended questions. So length, weight, and age. And that in order to avoid long survey questions like well, what's your marital status, what kind of occupation do you do? You want to skip those questions. People want quickly and want to know their clothing fit, so to say. So the presentation I divided in just 4 simple segments. First of all, I already set out the problem. So what is the general problem? Also from the online retailers' perspective, solution validation and Q&A. Well, first of all, if you, for example, go shopping for a denim jeans, there are many shops out there, like Zalando, Otto, Wacom, and they all are fighting for your attention. So in a sense, all you want is just a simple pair of jeans, and they all have price where's approximately similar. So shopping becomes hopping at some point. Then you buy several jeans because you're not sure are they going to fit or not. That can run up to 4 or 5 pair of jeans, and you have to send them all back. And you can imagine that for an online retailer, the costs are really high. They get thousands of returned denim jeans, so to say, and that's a big problem in the industry. So very high return costs. So the solution that I designed is as follows. I made it in a visual presentation. So as I already said, a facial picture, length, the weight, and the age. With that information, why do I use that information? The title of of my paper is Human Body Prediction of Size, Shape, a Hormonal Framework. The prime reason is that if you want a piece of the body, you want to use a piece of the body, so to say the hand or the head, in my case is the face, what kind of relationships are with the rest of the body? Well, you can say ethnicity, for example. You know, if somebody from the north, they might have a different body shape than somebody from a different geographic place. But also, what's also beside ethnicity, is also the chemical signals that are called hormones. They go all the way through the body. So if you, for example, one paper that I reference in my paper is, for example, the facial width is related to testosterone. So that must also mean, if you know the facial width, there's also a relationship with the muscles and of the lower body, so to say. So that's for example, testosterone, but also in puberty, for example, if also estrogen in the case of women, their hips they grow wider during puberty, the breasts become bigger. All these changes, they are not only visible here, but also in the face. With that information, I predict a 3D body mesh in real size. So it also includes the shape as well as the size at the same time, because you want to actually measure does this fit or not. Then at the same time, you extract the traditional measurements of people, like the width here, the circumference around the waist, for example. You extract it from this mesh. Then you also measure it from the clothing, the same measurements. And then you, well, it would be a bit creepy for people to just display their bodies. You know, this is your body, and they feel a bit seen then. So it's better not to show this on online sites, but basically show them top results and the best fitting clothes you put on top. I also was very grateful for the help of Dr. Christina Tortora of the San Jose State University. She helped me with also to check my geometric morphometrics. Before predicting, I placed 700 landmarks on the body to accurately give a description of the body when to predict, so to say. And I also tested it with other benchmark methods, and one very popular, it's a very small field, there are only 2 or 3 papers who deal with this topic. The one very known in the field is like the one of Seek, Duo, and Shu. And what they did is they predicted the body based on gender, so like demographic variables like gender, marital status. I compared it with my method, and also a neural network approach. And a neural network approach, perhaps I could dive more into neural networks, but I always think they're very slow in estimation, and perhaps I'm very impatient. But so what I did is I decreased the amount of inputs. I didn't use a full color picture of the passport photo, webcam photo, you can call it better. What I did in the neural network approach, I simply used the ratios of the face. So, for example, the width of the face in comparison to the length, like ratios. So I drastically decreased the amount of input variables. And as you can see, what I found when you have 700 landmarks and you want to give some general impression how well does this model. So what I did is I calculated for every landmark, I calculated the Euclidean distance error. So if you have one point, for example, up here, and my prediction is here, then I simply calculate a simple Euclidean distance. And that I did for all subjects across all the landmarks, and then I averaged it simply. And so I calculate average for every landmark, every Euclidean distance. And then I clustered it, and there were 2 clusters, constantly across all the methods. And the error, I think it's quite nice. It's around 8.8 millimeters, so it's roughly speaking. So around 82% of all landmarks across the body have an accuracy or an error of 8.8 millimeter. And the others is the other clusters, of the smaller part, especially among the hands. People, when they were being body scanned, they tend to move a bit not according to the posture protocol. So they would stand like this, or they would stand in strange shapes. So that's where the higher cluster comes from, of 80 millimeter error. So that's only 80% of the landmarks. And what you see is that the good old method of Xi, Gu, and Shu, it actually performed slightly better even. So around a little, not that much better. But at the same time, you see that my method drastically reduces the amount of input. People don't have to fill in long surveys, but on the other hand, it can perhaps be a bit creepy to still give your passport photo. So there are always pros and cons, and some people, especially men, who I ask, what do you think about giving your passport photo? They were like, well, it's okay. But if I heard my girlfriend, she was like, well, no, probably not. So but then you could use both methods. Just say, do you want to answer? Do you want to give a passport photo? Do you want to answer some questions? So and I think it's very important to also show what it actually does. So I made 20 meshes, predictions actually. So I have to put it in here. Well, I don't have a mouse, so I have to. So the first thing you notice is that size, this is basically spot on. Yeah, but that's not. Oh, you don't see it. That's not very.
Okay, so maybe you will close this slide.
Then I'll push through because it takes very long time to load.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just show it then, perhaps I can decouple it. It's okay?
Yeah.
It's a pity because it was actually the highlight of the presentation. That's the way it is. So I hope you all can see it still. What you can see is that the length is certainly no problem. It's obvious they give basically the length already. So and the shape is very accurate, as you can see. yeah, small things like, for example, especially, yeah, I want to show you. I want to go through all the models. That's a bit harder now. What you saw basically, like the, yeah, how can I say this appropriately? The really extensions of the body, so to say, they might be slightly off, and also like fat humps. They may be more like eagle-eyed, more like smoothed, so to say. Yeah, so that's the yeah, about prediction accuracy.
Okay, thank you.
That's my presentation.
Oh,
Yeah.
Any questions? Right. So when you build your model, did you, for example, distinguish like male or female? I mean,
Yeah, that's the first I did that. I also included binary variable.
Yeah,
and you have
yeah.
a specific adjustment for that in the model.
Uh-huh.
But then I realized that wasn't necessary because yeah, perhaps it's already the information already in the length.
Right, okay.
In the length, perhaps already you can distinguish between female and male.
Yeah, yeah.
But also the females have as for example a bit longer faces. Men are more like yeah a little bit more.
Okay.
So it was then it was quite seeable. So it is noticeable. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Another questions? Yeah. Right. Okay.
I just wanted to know what statistical software did you use to predict the result?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Because I didn't want to make very yeah, with highly complex formulas that wasn't easily recreatable by retailers. So what I did, I used R, and I used especially a lot of libraries. Actually, only libraries like Geomorph for geometrical morphometrics. It's very accessible, and they constantly improve it also. And I think the two most important libraries are within R are Geomorph and PLS, so partial least squares. But the rest is yeah.
Thank you.
Right, okay. Okay. So that's your
Oh yeah.
certificate. Right. Okay. So. Right. Okay. Thank you. Right. Okay. So thank you for attending the session. So that's the end of the session. So we got the prize giving ceremony in the